The king crab, one of the rarest and most valuable seafood species, primarily inhabits cold waters such as the Bering Sea off the coasts of Alaska and Russia. Harvesting king crabs is an extremely demanding and dangerous job that requires courage, skill, and specialized equipment. The crab fishing season usually takes place in the fall, within a short time frame. To protect marine resources and ensure ecosystem sustainability, fishermen use large fishing vessels equipped with GPS, radar, and hydraulic cranes to lower heavy crab pots to the ocean floor. Each crab pot, known as a crab trap, is made of sturdy steel and baited with flying fish or other bait to attract crabs. After a few days, the crew hauls the pots back up using winches and sorts the catch. Only mature male crabs meeting the size requirements are kept, while female and juvenile crabs are released back into the sea to preserve the breeding population. Each fishing trip can last several weeks, during which fishermen work in freezing weather and rough seas, making king crab fishing one of the most perilous professions in the world. However, the high economic value of these crabs motivates many to take the risk to earn a living. The process not only demonstrates the fisherman's bravery and expertise, but also reflects the close relationship between humans and the ocean environment. Once the crabs are harvested, the crew quickly stores them in seawater tanks with temperature control to keep them alive and fresh until they reach the port. Some modern vessels are even equipped with water filtration systems and oxygen supplies to create optimal living conditions for the crabs during long voyages. Upon reaching land, king crabs are transported to processing or purchasing facilities before being distributed to domestic and international markets. Each king crab can weigh up to 22 pounds, about 10 kilograms, is highly nutritious, and is considered a luxury delicacy in many high-end restaurants. However, due to increasing demand, overfishing has led to a decline in wild king crab populations. As a result, many countries, including the United States and Russia, have implemented strict management measures such as minimum size regulations, fishing seasons, vessel limits, and legal licensing requirements. Additionally, research into farming king crabs in artificial environments is underway to reduce pressure on natural resources. Overall, king crab fishing not only requires physical strength and technical skill, but also serves as evidence of how humans are learning to harvest natural resources more intelligently and sustainably. Ensuring safety during the king crab fishing process is also critically important. Each fishing trip often lasts several days, facing unpredictable weather, blizzards, strong winds, and waves reaching several meters high. Therefore, fishermen must undergo comprehensive survival training, know how to use life-saving equipment, and handle emergency situations at sea. Modern fishing vessels are equipped with life jackets, lifeboats, satellite communication systems, and emergency positioning devices to minimize damage in case of accidents. Despite these precautions, tragic accidents still occur every year, making king crab fishing one of the most dangerous professions worldwide. The mental and physical health of the crew also plays a vital role. They work long hours in freezing conditions, facing significant pressure from sleep deprivation and a demanding fishing schedule. These hardships mean that each king crab reaching consumers is not just a delicacy, but also a symbol of sweat, silent dedication, and the value of hard work. In the context of climate change and the depletion of marine resources, raising public awareness about protecting ocean ecosystems and practicing sustainable consumption has become urgent to preserve crab populations for future generations. Additionally, the king crab value chain has expanded through processing and commercialization. At modern processing facilities, king crabs undergo strict handling procedures to ensure food safety while preserving their distinctive flavor. Some crabs are kept alive to supply high-end markets, while others are steamed, frozen, or meat extracted and packaged for export. King crab products are often sold at premium prices in upscale restaurants, five-star hotels, and major supermarkets in Europe, the US, Japan, South Korea, and China. This not only generates significant income for fishermen and seafood exporters, but also promotes economic development in coastal regions of the North Pacific. However, the popularity and high commercial value of king crabs also face new challenges such as illegal fishing, transnational seafood smuggling, and counterfeit origins. To address these issues, many countries have strengthened international cooperation, implemented traceability mechanisms, and adopted electronic labeling to monitor the supply chain from catch to consumer. At the same time, public awareness campaigns about ocean conservation and environmentally friendly consumption have been intensified. These efforts demonstrate that the king crab is not only a premium seafood, but also a symbol of the balance between marine economic development and natural resource conservation. The sustainable development of the king crab supply chain, from harvesting and processing to consumption, reflects humanity's responsibility toward the environment and the level of advancement of modern civilization. The future of king crab is closely linked to sustainable development models and green technologies. Research and environmental organizations are testing new methods, such as using artificial intelligence, AI, to predict crab populations, applying eco-friendly crab traps to reduce impacts on other marine species, and deploying automated monitoring systems to track fishing vessel activities in real time. Additionally, although still in the experimental stage, farming king crab in artificial environments presents a promising avenue to ease pressure on natural resources and opens new prospects for high-tech aquaculture. Moreover, educating younger generations about marine resource protection and the value of labor in the seafood industry is increasingly emphasized. From documentaries and photo books to port tours and interactive fishing experiences, images of king crab fishermen have become powerful symbols that inspire resilience, a love for the ocean, and creativity. As a result, when enjoying king crab, consumers not only savor its delicious flavor, but also appreciate the hardships and dedication of those who work at sea. This process represents a continuous journey between humans and nature, requiring respect, conservation, and cooperation to maintain harmony for the future. In reality, from fishermen's stories to the global importance of the king crab industry, it is more than a commercial activity. It is part of the cultural identity of northern coastal regions. In places like Alaska or Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula, king crab fishing lies at the heart of festivals, folk traditions, and local pride. Many fishing families have passed down valuable knowledge through generations, such as reading waves, forecasting weather, and fishing techniques, preserving maritime cultural heritage while fostering resilience in the face of nature's grandeur. In the context of international exchange, crab-rich areas like the Bering Sea and Kamchatka coast have become hot topics in international negotiations. Countries need to cooperate more closely in defining fishing zones, protecting island sovereignty, and managing shared resources. This shows that, despite being just one species of crab, the king crab can influence the coordination of power among nations as its demand and economic value grow. In countries like Norway and Alaska, experiential crab fishing tourism is developing, allowing visitors to go offshore with fishermen, witness pot hauling, participate in crab catching, and enjoy fresh seafood. These tours not only provide additional income for local communities, but also help visitors better understand the stories behind each seafood dish, the human intelligence, and emotional connection to the ocean, leaving a lasting impression. These initiatives aim to nurture a new generation that respects the sea and takes responsibility for the marine environment. Therefore, king crab fishing is no longer confined to tradition, but has become a symbol of the modern blue economy, moving toward a global green circular economy. Investing in innovation and ensuring the sustainable development of king crab in industry and aquaculture, while contributing to overall order, is the way to protect this precious resource and inspire future generations to safeguard the marine heritage forever.